Hello everyone, Barb here. I have a card for you today. It is this cute little card. It features a couple of things. The first thing it features is one of the Make It From Your Heart sketchbooks that Close to My Heart used to sell. This one was volume 4. It is no longer available, but if you have any kind of sketchbooks, dig them out. Look and see what you can find in the sketchbooks. They are a great launch pad. So you can see here, this is pattern number, 13. And you can see right away, definitely looking about the same. My measurements may not be identical, but they're close enough. So don't be afraid to dig out those sketchbooks and look and see. It gives you the dimensions and really helps get you going. I did use some infinity dies to cut some circles. And I pulled in this Happy Snail Trails stamp and thin cut set. Isn't that adorable? I do believe it is still available. It is Z7144. I think it said it was still available. You have to check on the website, barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com through the end of April. So I used the little rainbow and You're Amazing. I also did a second card that has this little snail and the Don't Hurry, Be Happy. I love punny cards. So we gave this a whirl. I really wanted to get this used because I just got it. I have Pumice Stone Distress Oxide, Tattered Rose Distress Oxide. I also have Distress Grit Paste called Snowfall. It's really cool. I think it's really pretty. You can see here, if I can bring this up, you can see that little sparkling goodness there. That's this grit paste. I did use charcoal ink and charcoal, charcoal cardstock, White Daisy cardstock. This is peach. I think this is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. That's that. And then this is 2 1/2 by 4. The circle sizes, I just picked circles that would contain my little cutesy rainbow. This is, I do believe it is 2 by 5 1/2. And this piece of random pattern paper is also 2 by 5 1/2. Then I have this piece of another piece of random patterned paper. This one is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/2. I have a top folding card here. This is made out of some stash, some cardstock that was gifted to me years ago. I also have a couple of blending brushes, and I did use some markers to color in my little rainbow. So I have, let's see here, can make it look pretty. Here we go. So we have pale pink shades, coral blend, jade green blend, yellow gold blend, ice blue blend, sort of a red, orange, yellow, green, and blue going on there. These are the tri-blend markers from Spectrum Noir. I do believe you can get these on Amazon. The grit paste, I think I got it from Amazon as well. The Distress Oxides, again, you can go to Amazon or Simon Says Stamp or any of those companies that sell those things. So to get going, I am going to do a little treatment to this plain white piece of cardstock. So I'm going to bring in my Ranger Grippy Mat. Let's see here. To smooth this out, we want this flat. I do have a palette knife. This is a stencil. This was, I think, in the catalog from last year. I love it. It's sort of a wavy look, and I think it's really fun. So I'm going to stick it on here. And this grippy mat helps things to not slide around as much. Oh, you know, first, we're going to take some of this Tattered Rose. Pick some up, and I'm going to do some ink blending on here. I gave it a basic rubbing, and then I'm just going to pick up some ink and I'm going to just start smushing to give a little bit of colored texture. Just like that. And that was the Tattered Rose. Now that I have that done, I can put my stencil on. Might even help you to see the pattern a little better. I have some press and seal. Helps to keep the air out so this grit paste doesn't dry out. And pick some up with your palette knife and just start spreading like you're frosting a cake. Ooh, that's my son in the background. The thing you have to remember is that the Distress Oxide is water reactive. That means this wet paste will cause that ink to move. So you really don't have the opportunity to scrape it up and put it back in your pot. I wouldn't, because it will end up having a little bit of that Tattered Rose tint to it, which will put color in your grit paste. So just gonna go like this and close this up so it doesn't dry. We want that to stay sealed. Pull up the stencil, and I'm going to go put this in water. I'm still here. No editing today. This is on my phone. So I'm going to pick that up, and you can see how that looks. Isn't that pretty? You have to set it aside to dry. I do like to pick up some of the overhang and just smooth off those edges a little bit. Isn't that pretty? And I need to clean this off as well. So get that cleaned up. Okay. I do have one that's already dry that I did earlier, so we don't have to sit here and watch paint dry. So we're going to bring in all these pieces and start assembling our card. Using ATG, you can use whatever floats your boat. For the texture paste, I will put a little extra adhesive on there just to make sure it sticks. I'm going to line this up on my mat here. I've got a line running. So I've got it lined up along the edge, if you can see that. And then I'm going to use this line on my mat to help me line up this piece of paper. I am going to use glue because I'm gluing to this, the grit, and that sometimes gets fussy about letting things stick to it, and I find the glue works better. So I'm lining up that line at the top and at the bottom, and this will conceal that gap. Okay, just like that. I'm going to flip it over. I can see that it hangs a little long here. Just going to take my super long Tim Holtz scissors here and give it a little trimmeroo. We have this to take care of. I want a banner end, so I'm going to cut in the middle about up halfway, about ½ inch. Then I come from this corner and meet up with where I finished my cut. I'm going to flip it over and repeat. And I end up with a banner. This banner, I am going to eyeball center it on there and hold it. And I'm just going to match this up and trim. And I can pull that up a little bit, and that matches up pretty close. I've got my glue, so I think I will just use glue. Okay, got my circles, and I am going to put that on there, and I'm going to grab the pumice stone. So the pumice stone, I'm not even going to re-ink it. I'm just going to use what's on the pad. And I've got the rainbow, and I have some foam dots. And pull off the backers. Put the rainbow on. And I'm going to set my rainbow about where I'd like it. And then I have my You're Amazing sentiment, and I'm going to ink that up and stamp down. Give it a second. Pull it up. Yep, that looks good. And now I will glue down my little image here. And this is what I used the markers on. And then here we go. I'm going to put some glue on the back of the banner and glue it down to the front of the card. I think over this way a little bit. And we'll press that down for a few seconds just to help that glue grab hold. And there we go. The card is done. Super fast and quick. Isn't that fun? Pretty? I love it. Here is an example using one of the snail images. And I didn't pop anything up on this one. It is just laid down flat, and that's also very cute. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you will find a sketch, find one online, find one in a book that you have, and open it up and use it to make a card. Have a blessed crafty day. I'll see you next time.